Welcome to the Sara Finkelstein Show, where the next 10 minutes can change your life. Also on Spotify, SoundCloud, and iHeartRadio. Here's Sara.
So what do you think? What do you think Americans fear more than death? You'll probably guess public speaking. I do hear that a lot. But I can tell you, as a former Toastmasters Club member, I heard that a lot. People came into the club and they said that they feared public speaking, which is why they came to the club, to improve their skills. And I got to tell you, everybody in the club improved their speaking skills. But let's talk about what we're here to talk about. Americans are now more afraid of outliving their savings than they are of dying. According to an Allianz study, retirement anxiety has hardened into a mainstream concern, shaping demand for life insurance and income products. And in case you haven't heard of Allianz, it's a very big company in the life insurance space. 2 in 3 Americans said that they were worried about running out of money more than dying, according to the 2026 annual retirement study from the Allianz Center for the Future of Retirement, which is part of Allianz's life insurance company of North America. Here are some statistics for you. Generation Xers logged the sharpest concern at 73%, ahead of millennials at 69% and baby boomers at 59%. Now, let's not forget that Generation Xers are those born between 1965 and 1980. So they are now between the ages of 46 and 61. And maybe they are the most concerned because they are the next group to come into Medicare in the next few years. Kelly Levine, Vice President of Consumer Insights at Allianz Life, said that funding a multi-decade retirement was a heavy lift for many households, now recognizing that rising costs and economic uncertainty pushes savers to question whether their money will last for their lifetime. And it's quite possible nowadays to live 40 or more years in retirement. Kelly added that saving alone was not enough. He said Americans also need a strategy to turn those assets into a reliable income stream that lasts for their lifetime. Now, that is the key. Having a guaranteed lifetime income stream is so important in retirement. High inflation, cited by 57%, and healthcare costs at 53% top the drivers, with Social Security shortfalls, health crises, higher taxes, and economic volatility also add to the mix. Those who are happiest in retirement are those who have multiple streams of guaranteed lifetime income. Market declines and volatility are amplifying the unease that many Americans face. Some 57% felt anxious about their finances when retirement accounts dropped. And we know the market goes up and the market can go down, most definitely. And 50% checked their balances immediately after a fall. More than a third pulled money from their investments to cap losses in sharp downturns. led by millennials at 46% against 30% of Generation Xers and just 8% of baby boomers. And by the way, baby boomers is that large population of individuals born between 1946 and 1964. With the probability, again, of spending many decades in retirement, this concern of outliving your savings is a big deal. It's a real concern and should be taken seriously. And it can happen unless you plan appropriately. Remember, everything is about planning. So let me ask you, how do you plan appropriately? Well, here's a few things that you may want to consider. For one thing, you should not have all of your money in the market. Did you know that the worst time to lose money in the market is the 5 years before you retire and the first 5 years of your retirement? That 10-year period is the worst time to lose money in the market because it could have a detrimental effect to your financial well-being. Secondly, because many Americans no longer have access to a pension plan, they don't have enough guaranteed income to replace the income that they had from a job or a career. And you really do know that Social Security is not going to be enough. It doesn't come anywhere close to the income that you had prior to retirement. And the third thing that you may want to seriously consider is making sure that you have a written long-term care plan, not just an idea in your head, but a formal written long-term care plan, which not only protects your dignity, but also your retirement accounts. I am sure that the last thing that you intended during your working years while you were saving money for your future, contributing to IRAs and 401ks, was to spend all of that to pay for extended healthcare costs. By having a plan in place, the probability of outliving your savings and investments is greatly diminished. Again, it's all about planning. And I know everybody's situation is different goals, different family dynamics. Are you working with someone who can strategize with you to create a plan that's uniquely yours? If you're working with somebody, great, wonderful, I'm happy. We should all be working with a professional who's out there to help you and do the right thing by you. And if you don't have somebody that you're working with, then feel free to reach out to me. I have been in the insurance and financial industry for the past 30 years. And if you want to get a copy of one of my books, send me a text message and I'll be happy to send it your way.
Knowledge is power, but only when you implement what you've learned to your own benefit. Tune in next time for even more powerful tips on the Sara Finkelstein Show.